To each there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a very special thing, unique to them and fitted to their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour. Everyone is in favor of free speech. Hardly a day passes without its being extolled, but some people's idea of it is that they are free to say what they like, but if anyone else says anything back, that is an outrage. We are masters of the unsaid words, but slaves of those we let slip out. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. We sleep safely at night because rough men stand ready to visit violence on those who would harm us. A good speech should be like a woman's skirt, long enough to cover the subject and short enough to create interest. Democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the others. You will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks. When the eagles are silent, the parrots begin to jabber. I pass with relief from the tossing sea of cause and theory to the firm ground of result and fact. Criticism may not be agreeable, but it is necessary. It fulfills the same function as pain in the human body. It calls attention to the development of an unhealthy state of things. If it is heeded in time, danger may be averted. If it is suppressed, a fatal distemper may develop. In the course of my life, I have often had to eat my words, and I must confess that I have always found it a wholesome diet. If you have an important point to make, don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver. Hit the point once. Then come back and hit it again. Then hit it a third time, a tremendous whack. All the great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word: freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope. Before you can inspire with emotion, you must be swamped with it yourself. Before you can move their tears, your own must flow. To convince them, you must yourself believe. You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word. It is victory, victory at all costs, victory in spite of all terror, victory, however long and hard the road may be, for without victory, there is no survival. A joke is a very serious thing. Writing a book is an adventure. To begin with, it is a toy and an amusement. Then it becomes a mistress, then it becomes a master, then it becomes a tyrant. The last phase is that just as you are about to be reconciled to your servitude, you kill the monster and fling him to the public. It is a good thing for an uneducated man to read books of quotations. Now this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning. From now on, ending a sentence with a preposition is something up with which I will not put. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. Sometimes doing your best is not good enough. Sometimes you must do what is required. Occasionally he stumbled over the truth, but hastily picked himself up and hurried on as if nothing had happened. We contend that for a nation to try to tax itself into prosperity is like a man standing in a bucket and trying to lift himself up by the handle. Many forms of government have been tried, and will be tried in this world of sin and woe. No one pretends that democracy is perfect or all-wise. Indeed, it has been said that democracy is the worst form of government except for all those other forms that have been tried from time to time. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. You have enemies. Good. That means you stood up for something sometime in your life. Men occasionally stumble over the truth, but most of them pick themselves up and hurry off as if nothing had happened. If you are going through hell, keep going. My tastes are simple, I am easily satisfied with the best. History will be kind to me for I intend to write it. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. Never, never, never give in. I am fond of pigs. Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals. It is not enough that we do our best, sometimes we must do what is required. The best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. A lady came up to me one day and said, "Sir, you are drunk," to which I replied, "I am drunk today, madam, and tomorrow I shall be sober, but you will still be ugly." Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. Nothing in life is so exhilarating as to be shot at without result. Never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 never in nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Personally, I'm always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. A fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. For myself, I am an optimist. It does not seem to be much use to be anything else. The greatest lesson in life is to know that even fools are right sometimes. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. The price of greatness is responsibility. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Don't interrupt me while I'm interrupting. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. He has all the virtues I dislike and none of the vices I admire. If you cannot read all your books, fondle them, peer into them, let them fall open where they will, read from the first sentence that arrests the eye, set them back on the shelves with your own hands, arrange them on your own plan so that you at least know where they are. Let them be your friends, let them, at any rate, be your acquaintances. An appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping it will eat him last. To improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. How dreadful are the curses which Mohammedanism lays on its votaries. Besides the fanatical frenzy, which is as dangerous in a man as hydrophobia in a dog, there is this fearful fatalistic apathy. The effects are apparent in many countries. Improvident habits, slovenly systems of agriculture, sluggish methods of commerce, and insecurity of property exist wherever the followers of the Prophet rule or live. A degraded sensualism deprives this life of its grace and refinement, the next of its dignity and sanctity. The fact that in Mohammedan law every woman must belong to some man as his absolute property, either as a child, a wife, or a concubine, must delay the final extinction of slavery until the faith of Islam has ceased to be a great power among men. Thousands become the brave and loyal soldiers of the faith. All know how to die, but the influence of the religion paralyzes the social development of those who follow it. No stronger retrograde force exists in the world. Far from being moribund, Mohammedanism is a militant and proselytizing faith. It has already spread throughout Central Africa, raising fearless warriors at every step, and were it not that Christianity is sheltered in the strong arms of science, the science against which it had vainly struggled, the civilization of modern Europe might fall, as fell the civilization of ancient Rome.